Hello again, Shima girls. It's Shima in the house once again. Well, due to all the wonderful and positive responses that I have been receiving from my relaxer videos, I am going to create another one. And this particular relaxer video will basically focus on the do's of relaxing. I am going to basically share with you at least 5 essential Shima hair relaxer tips, which is part of, hey, my very own hair regimen, and hopefully will teach you how to, maintain your relaxed hair as well, so it can help you maintain it as shiny, as bouncy, as healthy as possible, and at the same time growing past your shoulder, and down to your waist and beyond, just like Shima's hair. So, okay, basically, let's get started, Shima girls. First and foremost, let's begin with the shampoo process. Do shampoo, okay, with a protein or moisturizing shampoo once a week or once every 2 weeks with my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo. So be sure that you ladies who relax your hair have the Shima Hair Repair Shampoo in your possession. Now, once more, my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo happens to be both a protein and moisturizing shampoo all in one. Remember, ladies, all of my Shima hair growth products is moisture for the hair. Okay, so while my Shima Hair Repair Shampoo is repairing your hair from any type of chemical damage and infusing the lost protein back into your hair from the relaxer application. Remember, relaxers take out our natural protein out of our hair, so we need to infuse it back in. The Shima Hair Repair Shampoo will definitely help you infuse the protein back into your hair. Okay, so after the shampoo takes care of all of that, it is also moisturizing your hair at the same time. All right, so hence why your hair immediately begins to feel soft, and silky and shiny and moisturized, after you wash out my shampoo. That's right. Do stretch out your relaxers longer than the 4 week to 8 week time period, Shima girls. Let's, extend, the relaxers touch ups longer than the 4 to 8 week period that we've been conditioned to do. Okay. Once again, we have to remember that a hair relaxer is a chemical. All right. It is a chemical that can potentially take out our hair if we are not careful with what we're doing. So, hence the advice again, Shima girls, if you want to be careful with what you're doing when working with relaxers, stretch longer than the 4 week to 8 week time period. All right. Basically, also we want to allow plenty of time for our hair to get as much new growth as possible, especially around our hairline area, nape areas, because our hairline and nape areas tends to be very weak and fragile. All right, so we definitely need to take care of our hairline and nape areas as much as we can. All right, I mean, come on, Shiva girls, you know, you don't have to look too far to see what I'm talking about. Most of us have seen the girls who put, perms in their hair too frequently, and we see how their hairline and nape areas is severely thinning out or basically gone. Okay, it's basically gone. Now, those are the ladies who are not stretching their relaxers longer than the standard 4 to 8 week time period, and they're basically slapping these relaxers, these chemicals at the first fraction of an inch of new growth that they see on their head. All right. So let's not become one of those ladies. All right. Stretch those relaxer applications. And well, speaking of stretching, this is where my Shima hairline cream comes in. Okay, my cream will allow you plenty of time for your new growth to grow out healthy, and nice and thick. Okay, especially around the hairline area, nape areas, ladies. That tends to be very weak and fragile. Okay, so how does my Shima hairline cream work? Okay, it gives you the illusion of a relaxed touch up, ladies. Again, my cream is not a chemical. It is not a gel, nor does it dry hard like a crust like most, over-the-counter gels do. All right, my Shima hairline cream provides moisture both to chemically treated and natural hair textures. I would like to point that out. My Shima hairline cream can be easily combed through. All right, so this is exactly how I, Shima, managed to stretch my relaxers anywhere from 6 months to 9 months. All right, which is almost basically a year. So it is extremely, extremely effective to help us stretch out our relaxer touch-ups, ladies. Okay, all right. So you can stretch your relaxers not weeks but months. All right. So it also helps you basically to work with your relaxed hair and your natural hair texture at the same time without it breaking off. All right, because I know that's a big deal, trying to work with both relaxed and your natural hair texture. And when the comb, is right in between, you're basically breaking your hair if you don't have the right product in your possession. All right, good. So basically, ladies, there's no need to worry anymore how rough or how kinky your new growth comes out, after that 4 week to 8 week period. You don't need to be concerned with that anymore. There's no need to run out and slap another perm on your new growth and continuously damage your hair because of, these frequent perms, these frequent chemicals in our hair. All right. Now, all you have to do is basically apply my Shima hairline cream once a day should suffice. Okay. These are not products that you pour into your hair. These are, extremely effective product. Only a little bit goes a long way. All right. So that means it's also going to last you a long time. All right. So once you put the Shima hairline cream in your new growth, basically nobody would be able to tell the difference. Meaning that they would sincerely think that you went and got yourself another relaxed touch-up. So there you go, ladies. This is how Shima stretches her relaxers effectively month after month after month with my Shima hairline cream. Now, one of the best things that we can do for Afro textured hair, period, whether it is relaxed or not, is to use protective styles. However, again, this video is focusing on relaxed, hair. So let me explain why protective style, is imperative, for relaxed hair. Protective styles will keep our relaxed hair secured for many weeks without any potential damage, which will allow our relaxed hair to remain healthy and grow longer during those many weeks that we have it in the protective style. Okay, again, these are the protective styles that I'm talking about. Now, if you continuously wear your hair out, ladies, hence the word continuously. I'm not saying that you can never wear your hair out. Please don't get me wrong. But if you continuously wear your hair out, like every single day or almost every other day, then your relaxed hair is going to get drier faster. Your relaxed hair is going to get damaged faster. Okay? Again, Shima girls, please understand that the relaxers, these hair relaxers, are chemicals. And these chemicals, they tend to dry out Afro textured hair, which is why it is important to keep our relaxed hair moisturized on an everyday to every other day basis as soon as we, put that relaxer on. And finally, do use my Shima oil to keep your relaxed hair moisturized on an everyday to every other day basis. Okay? Which is also one of the other best things you can do for your relaxed hair texture, ladies. Use my Shima oil plus the protective styles at the same time. And as most of you ladies have found out by now, my Shima oil is not one of your typical hair oils that you get from over the counter. Those typical greasy, oily hair oils that basically just, sit on the surface of your strands and don't do much else. It is very light and penetrates your hair shaft to moisturize and keep hair dryness away all day. And this includes, hair dryness from the relaxer, from heat appliances, from the air. I mean, we need to always remember, ladies, that the air is also a drying agent. So, for instance, just because, you don't use chemicals or you don't use heat appliances like hair dryers and hot combs, that does not necessarily mean that your hair is safe. You can, you still need to moisturize. You still need to Shima oil. And well, once again, I pray that you Shima girls take my advice and techniques and apply it into your own personal hair regimens, so that you too can achieve beautiful, shiny, bouncy, healthy, relaxed hair that will grow longer than shoulder length and down to your waist and beyond. Thank you, ladies, for joining me again, and I'll see you very soon. God bless.